The one thing I want to talk about today is the running plantrel. Everybody know what the running plantrel is. If you don't know what the running plantrel is, we often call it the RPD, and that's what we're referring to as a running plantrel. That's the one where we're planting, holding this position and trying to get through the pit. A lot of the time we interpret it as, oh, we're just trying to get your takeoff and make sure your steps on and make sure we get a right pull in your hands. Part of that is true. A big thing with the RPD though is it sets us up to do something really important in our jump that we got to make sure that we're doing every single time, which is jumping up and through at takeoff. And that could actually be shown. Oftentimes we're telling you guys to jump up, but we're not really telling you how much we have to emphasize jumping up and through at takeoff. So if I'm jumping up a lot of the time, that's where my hips and my legs will sink in. So I'm going here, jumping up, but then I'm ending in that kind of paused position where my legs are swinging up through. What we're trying to get used to is having more of a focus of putting our energy this way, not just straight up, but up and in. And then you can allow this left leg to kind of, if you're a right-handed vaulter, your left leg to stay behind that pole. So we're going here. And all that was a difference in me jumping straight up versus me jumping up and through. You can work on this on your swing throughs. But whenever we're talking about the RPD, we have this dotted line here. So if we're hitting a takeoff, we have that dotted line. Anybody know what this dotted line that we refer to it as? What we refer to it as? Dang.
Chord of the pole.
Chord. Everybody give them a round of applause really quick. All right, so we call this the chord, and the goal of this drill is to try to stay behind that through takeoff. So we can get to a position where we're here, everything's up, hand to the foot, straight down to the bottom of that pole, straight line, that's fine. The problem arises whenever we get to where we're bending the pole and we're allowing our hips to fold in, and then we put so much pressure down in the middle point and just below our bottom hand on the pole. So we're hitting and we're sinking. But if I'm hitting takeoff in a tall position, you can actually see I'll have less bend initially than if I'm way down low like this, right? So we want to try to think about the RPD as less of trying to do an RPD and bend the pole a whole bunch, and more focusing on trying to jump up and through takeoff with tall arms, rather than having it be a competition of, well, if I bent the pole a lot, that was a good drill.